Wow, look at this thing. Having a real good time out here, guys. Cleetus and Cars Indy. We got Rodney out here. We are ready to do a big burnout. Got my red tire and my blue tire. We're gonna go till those babies blow, or Rodney blows, one or the other. One thing about it, we got the nitrous just in case. And wow, listen to that crowd. This is awesome. Man, this is awesome. Met a lot of cool people. It's going really good. Just need a cherry on top. I need Rodney to do his thing right now. I'm gonna try to do mine. Check this truck out. Check this truck out. This truck is actually facing forward. Those are the fronts, those are the rears. There's his radiator, there's his engine. They turned the cab backwards on this truck. The seat is facing backwards. The dash is where it should be or something. Like, are you kidding me? Supposedly it's been built since like '04. There's this trailer hitch. Borrowed a skeet over there. Look at this thing. It says he pulls boats and everything with it. Good news is I'm out here at Indy. Bad news is I forgot the GoPro. Thank you to our boys over at LS Postal with the LSA mail truck you seen on the channel a few months ago. I think it's back in November. Their GoPro loaner, so I'm gonna do my job, do some burnouts. Look at that blue tire. At least we got one good fender on there. Rodney is ready to rip, I think. We got, oh shoot, I opened my nitrous and I think it's leaking. Shoot. Well, that's not good. Let me close that until the time comes. All right, well, okay, I guess we don't got any nitrous. Huge shout out to the LS Postal guys. Give them a follow. Go check them out. They do some pretty wild stuff also. We're gonna make this happen. Doesn't even really smell that much like Dead Squirrel. Holly, Beachworks, ICT, super clean. Race Quip, Magnum turbos, nitrous outlet. Man, I love them solenoids right there. Do those look good or do those look all right? Man, Rodney, come on, buddy, you got this. Me and Rodney have been in approximately 5 or 6 burnout contests. Me and Quicksilver in about 2. Yet to come home with a trophy or a prize. Come on, Rodney, this is our shot. This is our shot right here. So I'm walking around minding my business. I come across this here V10 truck with a daggum LeSabre cab, I guess you would call it. Look at this unit. Best part is, oh, look at these seats, dude. Look how comfortable. And dirt bike helmet. Yeah, this guy knows the deal. Look at these seats, dude. Trev Dog TV knows how to build a truck or a car. Or a Buick, or a Ford. Smell like race gas.
Oh, good save. His truck's running good. Fasterproms and him did over a 1 week build on this puppy. It runs damn good. So, Georgie, let's see what you got, brother. That was the craziest thing we've ever had happen at Cleetus and Cars.
The truck's not even that bad. No, it's not.
Thank you. We're here with the 2004 Silverado ICT Holley Super Clean Silverado here. Tell us exactly what happened here, bud. What was going through your mind right there?
Yeah, the Super Clean Silverado did a heck of a job out there. I was just giving her my all, you know. The crowd wants a good show, and
Super
Super Clean and Holley comes in clutch every single time. I mean, the Silverado team did a hell of a job, man. We gave it our all. We gave her the beans, and we sent it.
Dude,
some even say a little too hard, but
what was going on right there? What did that feel like?
I heard the crowd had some Super Clean, so I was trying to get me some action on that. That felt like bald eagles in American freedom right there.
I think you're going to be a little sore tomorrow. What do you say?
I feel like $1 million. You got some good angles on that, pal. Look at that tailgate. That thing is doing the dance right there.
You really came at that wall with a vengeance. I mean, what happened? Did you see something? Were you trying to dodge a squirrel or something?
As a matter of fact, there was a squirrel out there. I came real close to him, but I figured I'd rather dodge a squirrel and take out a child in the crowd if that's what it had to be. I wasn't about to do that, you know what I'm saying?
Dodge a squirrel, kill a child.
It is what it is.
Any damage to the 2004 Silverado?
Yeah, the truck took a couple lickings. Have a bent axle and a broken tie rod end, but other than that, not too much. You want some?
No.
And the beer. Yeah, the truck took a little bit of damage, but nothing detrimental. I mean, it still runs like a top, purrs like a kitten. You know what I'm saying?
Really looks like you got a lot of extra power here now with that 2004 Silverado Holley ICT Billet Super Clean Silverado.
Yeah, we got that D-Works pump, them Magnum turbos. We upped the boost a little bit, and now it's really ripping hardcore. I tell you, bud, that Super Clean team is the team to be on. The Holley Performance, big shout out to the sponsors, D-Works, Holley. Nitrous Outlet came in clutch. I gave it a little tappy tap, put that wall out of its misery, brother.
Well, we keep hoping that you're going to end up with a podium, but eventually it's going to happen. You guys have built yourself a monster. Back to you.
We'll go with the People's Choice Award. The people loved it. We came out here to give the crowd a heck of a show, and I think we did just fine. Yeah, we did a great job, dude. That's what we do. We spin tires. They call me Smoke because I taught Tony Stewart how to do a burnout.
Back to you.
Looks fine.
I don't think anything broke. I think just the wheel.
Just the wheel? Hey, dude, how'd that feel inside?
Dude, I was
Did you feel like you went like up?
Adrenaline was pumping. I seen the wall. I landed. I said, well, still in it.
That's full send.
Man,
Full set. I was like, I'm good. No, I'm good.
yeah, I was just under.
But then when they ran that way, I got a little nervous. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, did I kill someone?
When all that smoke settled, I was like, well, his tire's going the wrong way. He doesn't have a back tire. The wall's cracked. There's his other tire, man.
Dude, pieces of the wheel
Yeah.
were like as high as the light pole or higher.
Yeah, from my
Like
angle,
all
it's just
the way
so,
up
the trucks
there.
go like probably like 50 feet in the air, man.
They were?
Small stuff. Rock auto.
Yeah, rock out. Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
Oh, broke the ball joint off?
Oh, is that why they're kicking the wheel?
Auto. Batteries a little crooked. Dude, that sucks, dude. That was
Oh yeah, tie rod.
I don't know why it's. I don't know. Put her up on the wall pretty good over here in Indy. But it was. I didn't have a back wheel, man. I was sending it, and it wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. But you know, thank God we didn't hurt nobody.
Yeah.
Rodney seems to be perfectly fine. Maybe I should have left it on the low boost setting. Because that worked just fine. I was ready to finish. I don't know why you guys cut me off, dude. Nobody was hurt.
We were worried you were gonna go in the crowd.
I was trying to kickflip this.
He was literally up on the wall like that.
No, that was not real super clean. Please do not drink real super clean. It is so clean, it will clean every piece of good bacteria out of your lungs, and it will probably kill you.
I want to remind you that we got our flag shirts restocked and they are ready to ship. Also, we got our Rodney poster here and this thing is flying out the door. So thank all of you guys that have ordered that. That will be shipping out later on this week. You guys are absolutely awesome, so thank you for what you're doing. It keeps us pumping out stuff like this.
What's up, fellas? I'm actually in York, Pennsylvania on the way home getting our 370Z, and I ran into this guy. So guys, this is Calvin, and he actually specializes in not only some LS stuff, but this motor right here. This is the Atlas 4200. This is like the American Barra, the American 2JZ. This engine in this car did all sorts of tuning and stuff, and you guys went like 990s on your third pass with this thing. So it gives me some really, really big hopes and dreams of maybe doing something with this motor one day. You know, maybe taking a motor out of a BMW or something and doing something pretty wild like that and making something like this. But that is some pretty wild stuff. So you guys extended the oil pan. Actually, I'm going to be taking home some parts here, maybe starting to piddle with them a little bit, seeing if we can make a little bit more power or something. But taking a 5-cylinder pan and made it a 6-cylinder pan.
Yep. Yeah, basically this is a chunk out of the 6-cylinder pan and this chunk here, and then you just weld in metal to extend the sum. It takes it from like a 6-quart pan to about a 9-quart.
Wow.
I only run 8 in it just because, and then you got to use the 5-cylinder pickup tube. They didn't offer a rear sump pan for the 6-cylinder.
The engine that was native to certain Trailblazers and Envoy. It was the inline 6-cylinder that, instead of going with an LS, this inline 6-cylinder, though it doesn't have as much aftermarket potential, this guy's kind of trailblazing right here. And see what I did there? Yeah. And you managed to do this with stock cams. I mean, tuning it yourself, you know, and you're finding more things, little bits and pieces here and there that you're getting better and better. And it wasn't even on this turbo. It was a much smaller turbo.
Yes,
so you went from a 59 millimeter, and now it's an 80. Yep. So yeah, I mean, with this turbo alone, your potential is tremendously greater.
Yeah, initially we thought the VVT being on the exhaust was only for emissions purposes. And what we found was it's not just emissions. This makes a huge difference to the output of the engine.
Yeah.
And it also allows you to spool the turbo much faster. As soon as we uncovered that, it turned into a whole different beast. It was just blowing the tires off left and right. We originally built this car for the Grassroots Motorsports Challenge, and unfortunately we blew the transmission like a day before the event. Oh. So we couldn't make it. You know, we were literally about to load it in the trailer, and it was all neutrals. Unfortunately, we were unable to make it. We would have had the field covered. You know, once we repaired the transmission, it went a 998, as you mentioned before, on the third pass. So the quickest guy there didn't even break into the 10s. There was a Terminator X up for grabs, so unfortunately we didn't make it, but you know, it is what it is. But now it's turned into no longer it's a budget car. I bought this VS Racing Turbo. I'd like to try and make 700 horsepower, maybe 800 with some forged parts at some point.
Yeah, and this has really good bones, but before we even go there, I just wanted to say, this is a homemade intake manifold that is absolutely amazing. You got a lot of time in there.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
that is really, really cool.
I spent a lot of time on that. That's all made out of tubing, 2.5 inch, just regular old tubing and flat plate.
I see that.
I even bell mouthed the inputs into the plenum and spent a lot of time on it. But
that is wild, man.
The car ran the 998. It was with launching on 3 pounds of boost, shifting at 5,300.
Oh my gosh.
It still had the stock intake, a much smaller intercooler, and a 59 millimeter turbo. So there were a lot of things that are going to make improvements with the next combination. Our goal is to make it to drag week with the car.
Heck yeah.
We feel confident it would have been a mid-9 by the time we sorted everything out. Get going a lot faster with these better parts. So
high to mid 8s is definitely going to be the goal.
Well, the more people that jump on board with this, the more information can be shared, and I think it's a really overlooked engine. I think it's got a tremendous amount of potential. And again, he's got a wiki out there, and he's got a whole bunch of helpful information for somebody that might want to jump on this engine. Certain years are supported well by HB tuners, and certain years you would want to do something like a Mega Squirt.
Yep.
But
Or a piggyback.
okay, yeah.
Yep.
All right, so tell me a real quick story about this car right here, dude.
Well, this is a car that we picked up a lot of parts and things off Craigslist, including the shell was $50. The front end was $100. The engine is a combination of blown up engines that we cleaned all the parts out of.
And so this one I'm a little more familiar with is the LS stuff.
Yeah. Call this our 5.3 plus. It's a 6-liter block with a 4.8 crank. We've made 1,010 at the back tires. Last time out, it went 862.
Yeah.
Sorry, we've got a lot left in it. That was its 5th pass in the shakedown, and we were gaining tenths at a time with the adjustments we were making. There's a lot left in the car. But,
And that's a motor I've really wanted to build for a while. We actually have some parts and components we've been hoarding to try and do that. I really like that. So you say that you've turned this thing 8,000 RPM a couple times?
We have. We don't need to. We've done it to, one, get the mile an hour out the back end of the 862 pass. We're going to go to a 315 gear and run it around 7,200, which is where it went past the peak RPM.
All right, we got twin 76s on this thing, and again, a lot of homemade stuff that is really, really interesting on your ingenuity on how you do this. I like the aluminum exhaust. I like the adapter for the water
This
pump.
is actually an LS4 manifold.
Oh,
yeah.
Mix and match, yeah.
LS4, and then that's a truck on that side. And yeah, it's got the square port heads. Nice thing about the D-stroke 6-liter is it still has a big bore, so you can put square ports on it.
Yeah.
And they flow bonkers. It's a big block Chevy water pump using the ICT billet. Adapter kit, homemade tensioner. You just stick a wrench on here and you wrench it that way. You can get tons of tension on your manual tensioner with a LS1 alternator bracket. Lots of little stuff. I mean, lots of used dirt track parts on this one too. The shocks in the back are dual adjustable dirt track shocks. Radiator came from a flea market. Probably $10. What do you think I paid for that? Yeah, it was a $10.
Factory frame, factory A-arms, cast iron or cast steel spindles, turbo 400, 9-inch, nothing special.
Yeah, lots of good stuff. Your YouTube channel and or you got an Instagram as well?
Yep, yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, it's Nivlac57. It's my name spelled backwards. I'm Calvin. So it's NIVLAC 57 on YouTube and Instagram. And we do lots of stuff like this. So make sure you go over and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, guys.
Yeah,
and
definitely, man.
Trying to share as much knowledge as we have. You know, it's we've been at this for a while, so
Definitely look like seasoned veterans. But I really like what you guys are doing with the Atlas. It's
I
awesome,
appreciate
man.
it. Thanks.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. This has been an absolute joy to make this video. Guys, the Nelsons, so Calvin and his father, really are an awesome team. They got some pretty amazing knowledge. You know, and I actually just snapped the oil pump for like the 3rd time on my BMW. And it's we got an event coming up here. I'm trying to take a bunch of veterans drifting and stuff. And that happened. It really makes me want to run this engine. Please drop a comment in there if you guys think that that'll be something pretty exciting. Rich and Holdener is actually doing a series on this engine as well. But for right now, we are actually selecting our super clean winners. And this guy right here, he's got some gems here.
Well, guys, random comments. I'm picking Tyler Sheldon. We got 3 super clean bundle winners. Tyler Sheldon, he said, real men don't use toilet paper, they use super clean. Or one of Laz's shirts. So you're getting the super clean bundle. And you got to send us a video.
Tyler Sheldon, yeah.
James Plotkin said, no doubt super clean is king to sheen your machine. So I like it. And then Sean Myler said, has nothing to do with super clean, but it was funny. Last time I used a floppy disk, I found a copy of Oregon Trail and loaded it in my desktop.
Bro, that's so true. I remember playing Oregon Trail like 5th graders.
So
that
you
awesome.
3, tell them what they want.
Go ahead and hit us up, send us an email, and we will get you guys hooked up with your super clean giveaway.
If I'm picking a song, it's going to be, good song is The Little Man by Alan Jackson.
fits all.
All right, you heard it here. God bless you guys. We'll see you next episode.